Hello and welcome back to The Road to Durban. I'm now in a rather windy Cape Town as we continue our journey investigating what South African cities are doing to make carbon cuts. Now, this beautiful city is in the heart of the country's wine region. In fact, South Africa is the 7th largest producer of wine in the world. That fills the equivalent of about 1 billion bottles of wine a year. Now, what is good for the economy, though, is not necessarily good for the environment. So I'm going to take a visit to a vineyard that, while managing to fill its vats, is also reducing its gas. On the rolling hills of Stellenbosch, Villiera's fruitful vines. One of 300 winemakers combining the region's soils and microclimates to produce some of the world's best wines. But behind the tranquility, a bustling operation. At peak times, this vineyard produces 3,000 bottles an hour. From irrigation to cooling to bottling, it's all energy intensive.
In South Africa, we had the cheapest energy in the world. Cheap energy in the past was actually our enemy, in that it enticed us into making a lot of incorrect decisions.
Those bygone decisions were based on the availability of cheap coal, South Africa's go-to fuel. For a country responsible for half of the continent's emissions, such a reliance on fossil fuels is no longer an option. And along with rising prices, big industries need sustainable solutions to their energy problems. So as the vine leaves soak the sun, Villiera is looking upwards to generate their energy needs and has created the largest privately owned solar farm in South Africa. Out of the harvest, these panels power 100% of the vineyard's operations. During peak times, 50%. The excess energy is fed back to the grid for free.
We do not get any subsidies, so we made sure that it was going to pay off. And according to our projections, we would pay for our solar installation within 8 years. Using 100% natural light here at the moment. As you can see up at the top, we've got what I call solar domes, which reflects the light down a tube. And then you get this beautiful natural light inside of the building.
Under the light of a solar dome, elegant labels are pressed on bottles, sparkling wine bubbling its way to a low-carbon future.